So, welcome to One Fish, Tew Phish. For like the 30th time trying to record this episode. It takes only so much data to upload to YouTube, so we're gonna try to cut this short as hell instead of having it 20 minutes long. So, today we're gonna be doing The World as We Knew It, which is a show just about shit that makes you feel old as hell. So I was born in '92. So I got to pretty much, live a fair period of my childhood in the cartridge era, and I love cartridges. I think they're the best. I even have one here just to prove the point. Super Nintendo NCAA basketball. I absolutely love it. And I wasn't even much for sports in the day. But the point is that we're going to be doing cartridge and cassettes. Lots of fun cassettes here. And we're going to be comparing those versus CDs, because I really believe that CDs are fairly digressive as far as it goes. Because you can touch a CD with your fingers and potentially damage the disc. You can break them so easily, and even if you can afford the 15-20 bucks to buff a CD, have good luck finding it anywhere that's gonna sell you to it. It's gonna fix it for you cheaper than the game would be to replace. It happened to me for Black Ops 1. I'm on my third copy. It's getting ridiculous. But a cartridge, you can do anything to a cartridge. You can damn near break a cartridge in half. That's pretty much the only thing that you could do to kill one of those things. I could sit here and play hacky sack with a cartridge, I could huck it across the room. Unless you run it over with a car or something, that thing's not gonna break. It's gonna live forever. That cartridge is older than I am, pretty much. I'm 22, and that cartridge is, it's 18. It's pretty much legal. I don't know. I don't understand why we went back so far. Right? And while we're on that topic of degressing, we're gonna go back onto memory cards versus these stupid fucking things right here. I absolutely despise them because it is very easy to corrupt a hard drive. It's very easy to break a hard drive, given all the circuit boards and shit that you can fuck up. And whereas a memory card, even corrupted, which was fairly difficult to do back then as opposed to now with so much internet involved and everything. But a memory card, memory card would last you forever because it only had it had 8 gigs on it or 8 megabytes on it, and you could only save so much on this one card, and eventually you're gonna have 50 of these cards. But the point is that when I lose or break or destroy one of those memory cards, that's only 8 megabytes. It's not 10,000 fucking megabytes. I'm not losing my entire gaming history. You can't just delete my previous life or my alternate alias's life and his history. You can't just delete that. And Xbox had done that to me right in the beginning there when it ended up corrupting the system. Someone messed with the system and it locked me out. It gave everyone every bit of information you could possibly need to just fuck you. It was ridiculous because I couldn't even log on to my Xbox profile. They I had to start over. That was 9,700 something fucking G's worth of achievements that I didn't want to get again. I just surpassed that pretty recently here, but it took me 4 years to do so. So thank you, Microsoft. A cartridge, it had to save right on the fucking cartridge itself. So no one has access to this cartridge. It's your cartridge, and unless someone takes your game, then you're not going to lose any of your files, any of your saves. You can choose what you want it to do, whereas with a cloud save or a hard drive, there's always that chance it could be corrupted. It frustrates me a little bit. It brings me to the final point, which is DLCs. I don't think that Danville's very far off from the truth. I think he's pretty well accurate when he says, why do I have to pay for something again? I already paid for it. I bought my game. When I bought this game, I got all of the game. I don't have to wait 3 months to, see if something's coming out or if I'm gonna make the game better. No, I have everything I could possibly fucking need in my game. He says the content is trapped on his disc. And it costs a fee to release it, and it's true. It's funny. I spent well over $200 on Call of Duty Ghosts alone because 360 wouldn't transfer the data of DLCs onto the Xbox One when I had picked up an Xbox One for the Dead Rising 3 competition, which Danville was hosting. And no, I didn't buy the season pass. I was due to limited funding, so honestly, I had to I had to buy them one at a time. So they wouldn't let me transfer that, so I had to buy the game twice. I was not about to buy the DLCs twice. So like, $200 in, $220 in, like, screw this shit. I'm not doing it anymore. Sold my Xbox One. I was that mad. You know, it's a valid point. Like in Danville's song DLC PLC, you can find it in the link below. Like he explains it fairly well. But to leave you off with the fun fact of the day, because I'm rambling as a motherfucker. Interestingly enough, when shit is on like Donkey Kong, a lot of people know the expression, but they're not really sure where it came from. And it actually came from the original Donkey Kong game back in 1981. Mario hadn't even really been out. He made his debut in that game, didn't get his own until 1983, but that was the one where you ran around with little Mario and Donkey Kong was throwing barrels at you. It was my favorite Donkey Kong game. Good game, great game. Buy the game, get the game, own it. You know, if you got a 64, if you have Donkey Kong 64, actually later on in the game, you can unlock the quote unquote DLC without actually paying money. Oh my dear goddess! And you can play that game off of it. You can play the original Donkey Kong. I thought that was pretty interesting. But it took them 30 years to patent that saying. 30 years. November of 2011, I was on the bus and I was reading the Metro. And yeah, it had stated, like, Nintendo has finally decided to patent the slogan. And yes, you can patent a slogan as long as it is incorporated with some form of service or merchandise. You know, so you can't go ahead and put =3 on a t-shirt necessarily. Yes, you can use the emoticon kind of =3 thing, but that in itself belongs to Ray William Johnson at this point. You know, you gotta go through the channels. Anyway, I leave you off. These were the rants of a Canadian stuntman. You never know